Miss P, I thought we would do a storybook project while we're stuck at home because of COVID-19. So, the book we're going to read, chapter at a time, is called Amanda and Sabrina, Mystery Club Series, Case 1, The Search for Sparkles. It's written by Mike Carroll and illustrations are by Heidi Emily Adams. If we read the back of the book, we can get a little bit of a synopsis of what this story is about. Amanda and Sabrina are sisters and best friends who love reading mystery books and watching mystery shows and movies. The sisters even solve mysteries in their neighborhood. So, when the beloved dog of their neighbor, Mrs. Wetzel, goes missing, the girls spring into action. The clues lead the girls on an adventure throughout the city of Lakeview as they race to find the cute little dog. Follow along with Amanda and Sabrina as they follow the clues to try to find Sparkles and discover who took her. So let's get started. Chapter 1. Chapter 1, Amanda and Sabrina. "Oh no, where is she?" screamed Mrs. Wetzel. That scream disturbed the tranquility being enjoyed by Amanda and Sabrina. The girls had been sitting on the back patio of their home in the quiet, beautiful town of Lakeview, reading the new mystery novels they had just bought. Upon hearing the scream, Sabrina put her book and her mystery journal, which she uses to take notes every time she reads a new mystery book, into her bag and threw it over her shoulder. Amanda dropped her book, and the girls quickly raced next door to Mrs. Wetzel's house to see what all the commotion was about. "Mrs. Wetzel, what's wrong?" asked Amanda when they arrived. "I just can't believe it. How could this happen?" "How could what happen?" Sabrina asked. "My Sparkles. She's gone." Amanda and Sabrina quickly scanned the yard for Sparkles, Mrs. Wetzel's dog, but didn't see her anywhere. Sparkles is a light brown Yorkshire Terrier and one of the friendliest dogs ever. Sparkles loves playing with all the kids in the neighborhood. When she's in the house and sees kids playing outside, she runs to the door and starts jumping up and barking. If Mrs. Wetzel doesn't come to the door right away, she runs through the house until she finds Mrs. Wetzel and tugs on her apron until she lets her out to play with the kids. "Are you sure she's gone? Maybe she's just hiding in the house," Amanda said, trying to offer a glimmer of hope. "No, she was in the backyard playing, and I was outside listening to my radio and watching her when my kitchen timer rang, reminding me to come in to check on my muffins," says Mrs. Wetzel. "I took them out of the oven and went back outside to play with her, and when I got there, she was gone." Mrs. Wetzel is an avid baker, and every kid in the neighborhood knows when Mrs. Wetzel has just pulled something out of the oven because she always opens her kitchen window to share the lovely aroma with everyone around. She also has been known to give away her baked goods to the neighbors while she walks Sparkles. "What am I going to do?" This was the perfect question to ask Amanda and Sabrina. The two girls are sisters and best friends. When they are not outside riding bikes, swimming, or playing with friends, they can be found immersed in a book. It doesn't matter what type of book, fiction, nonfiction, math, history, science. As long as it has words and they can learn something, they will read it. Their favorite books to read are mystery novels. And they always try to solve the mystery before the end of the book. Whenever they read a new mystery book, they pull out their mystery journals and write down all of the clues they can find. Just before the answer is revealed, they discuss the various clues and write down what they think really happened. Then they read the ending to see if they were correct. With her long, wavy blonde hair and hazel eyes, Amanda began looking around one side of Mrs. Wetzel's backyard. Her younger sister, Sabrina, with her long, straight brown hair and brown eyes, checked out the other side of the yard. Sparkles was nowhere to be found. They did find a note on a chair on Mrs. Wetzel's deck. The note looked like a ransom note from some detective show or whodunit movie with letters cut out from magazines and newspapers and glued to the paper. It read, "I have Sparkles. That is the news. If you want to find her, you must follow the clues. They are tough unless you are smart as me. Sparkle's fate rests with thee. Are you smart enough, or are you in the dark? Your first clue is waiting at the Little Creek Park. Oh my, said Mrs. Wetzel. Who would take my little Sparkles? Who would do this? I pause. Now that we've finished reading chapter 1 of Amanda and Sabrina's Mystery Club series, The Search for Sparkles, we're going to do an activity. So we're going to open up our manila envelope. It looks like what we're going to make for this particular chapter is we're going to make a ransom note. So what you're going to need is a piece of paper, some periodicals that you can cut apart to get the letters, oops, some glue, and a pair of scissors. My ransom note says, I miss you, from Miss P. So what you're going to do is you're going to find some periodicals. You can use the flyers that come in the mail, you can use a newspaper, and you want to cut out the letters that happen to be large enough so that when you glue them onto the piece of paper, you can make words. It doesn't have to be a long ransom note like the one in the book. You could make a short ransom note like I did. You could even make a shorter ransom note and only find the letters of your name. I'm going to write the word, I don't know what I'm going to write. But I have an L, and let's see, oh, it looks like I can have an S over here if I use this one. Now remember, when you're cutting, you want your thumb to be on the top. Our scissors always point out ahead of us. And it's okay if you make a mistake. There's no right or wrong way for cutting. Oops. Here's an S. And we're going to do an A from the Ace Hardware. The A looks kind of funny, but that's okay. And when you cut out enough letters, you're going to go ahead and you're going to glue them onto the piece of paper. I'll take a T here. I think I'll do one word. All right, so the letters that I cut out, I have an L and an S and an A and a T. So I think I will write the word last, just to give you guys an example of how to do this. But you can make up a sentence. You can make up a word. You could make up just your name. Like I said, it doesn't have to be long. However, if you wanted to leave clues or messages for your family, you could make up a longer thing. So I'm just going to write the word last. L-A. S. And you can use, it doesn't have to be white glue. You could use, I have to cut off the top of this T. You could use glue sticks. You could use tacky glue. You could even use a tape if you wanted to use tape. Okay, see? So I made the word last. So what kind of message can you be inspired to write after reading the first chapter of The Search for Sparkles? All right, guys, I will see you next time with chapter 2. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.